in the office full time starting the 9th of January.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
Here we are. One more Friday, the 45th Friday that we've actually been able to do this. Thanks to God. Oh, there is Blind Adam. Hey, we are rocking once again with It's Drunken Chat, son, where we are going to try and touch on everything and anything, comic book related, just collectibles related. So if you have any questions, definitely freaking hit us up and we'll freaking try and address that stuff. So in the meantime, thank you very much, High Vultures. Thank you. Once again, man, hey, freaking, you say, hey, thanks for the great content opinions. You're just taking this for my drunk ass freaking opinion. When I get to blow off a little freaking bit of steam and everything. But it's thanks to these gentlemen they get to tell me to shut the fuck up and freaking and get myself straight and everything. Thanks to these guys. So, Remel, how's it going, brother?
Another Friday night. Glad to make it week. Let off the steam. It's been a rough one, man.
And of course
these cycle chain issues is not happening, bro. It is holding your boy's feet to the fire. So
Oh yeah, man. The increase in needs for actual supplies and like life-saving supplies and stuff that people just want just to give just the crap that they want for the oncoming holidays. Yeah, that's definitely.
Two of my suppliers are like telling me, "Oh well, we can't make that unless you build that this week and give us time to make that." I'm like, how do you guys run businesses where you can only do one thing at a time? That just tells me you're moonlighting for somebody else and you're just building a component for someone else and you can't build it full time for me. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like, just buy the company and make them just work for us full time. Like, stop bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, that's another story. But yeah, I'm glad it's Friday, man.
Yes,
glad it's Friday.
I want to give a shout out to Wookie Fodder. I see you in the comments. I see you, Hartman. I see you, Blood Sausage. I think that's the first time I've actually seen that name pop up. But definitely shout out to Nearing Nirvana. I'm not sure. I didn't catch a show, unfortunately. And shout out to Mama Comics. If you wanted, Lucy, if you got the link, so if you want to drop by, absolutely drop by. Let's talk about some stuff. All right. Blind Adam in the house. How's it going, brother?
I'm just happy to be here amongst the family, man. It's been a long week. I've been dealing with a lot of crazy bullshit. Just got all my social media back up and running, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, so Elon let you get Twitter again? As it getting blocked?
No, Twitter was the one part of social media I wasn't having problems with. I just had to redo my Facebook and my Instagram.
Yeah, they said Twitter is 30 parts bots, 30 parts porn, and 30 parts crypto bros.
I'm 30% of something. Sweet.
Yeah, that dude is going wild, man.
And then I had to deal with a sponsor who didn't pay me for services rendered at a convention, so I'm just dealing with all sorts of beautiful stuff.
Money up front.
Yeah, that's what
Money
I
in
get
the
for having
bank
Croat and Gary and Autumn handle things.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mama, I'm so sorry to hear that the babies are sick again. I've been hearing a lot of people about their children getting sick. There's the RSV that's out there. Definitely keep an eye out on your young ones. I think in California they were actually recommending for people to start wearing masks again. They were recommending, not mandating, recommending.
They sent 14 kids home from my daughter's school today with COVID.
Oh man,
14 kids. Man.
Yeah, there's that variant. There's the BQ1 and the BQ2. So there's some new stuff. They're not even giving names. They're just saying Bravo, whatever. They're the PQ. Hey, this is A1Z1.
Out here they're not even considering like all of the protocol before. It's like if you have it, you have it. Like, you know what I mean? You can go to work. Like, they're not making you stay home. None of that stuff. So it's like, I see people at my job, they get it. They're staying home. But like I was saying, man, I got to go back into the office full time January 9th. Like, they're not even, there's no option to work remote anymore. So they're just like, if you get sick, you can stay home, yeah, obviously. But like, that shit's not going to, we're going to be back to normal here. Like, they don't care. But once Elon took over Twitter and started firing people saying that they was not productive, all the companies around here was like, "Oh, that's what it is. Oh, you did it. Now we're going to do it." So, yeah.
Well, to be fair, there was a lot of companies that were firing their. So Metaverse had already said they were going to fire a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Amazon, they were fired. They were going to fire their stuff. They were fire their, but theirs was revenue related. Like, hey, we're not making enough money. His was. It looked kind of shady because he was already fighting with the board of Twitter. So
he's doing that
comes
shit on purpose.
Yeah. So, but then he said, he comes in. He says, "You know what? No, because everybody was like, no, we're not gonna fire everybody." So he sends out that crazy ass email. Actually, it's not crazy. It's kind of brilliant when you think about it. He sends out an email that, "Hey, this is what I'm going to expect from all my employees. Crazy hours. More than 8 hours a day. You got to do this, that, and the other thing. If you agree to this, then absolutely stay on and just click this link, and then and then like half the employees left. So now it's no longer just on him, not just on him.
Yeah, but that was a crazy ultimatum, though.
No, it's not because the old CEO of Twitter, the founder, he says when we started, it was 13 people, and of course we had more than 8 hours, right? Because we had to get everything running, we had to get all the code going, and it's just 13 people. Now you're spending 13 million just on the meal plan, and you're getting less production. Yeah. So that's where Elon is coming from.
I get that. I mean, I like I said, every company is different. I think there's certain things that are asked, and as a professional, you kind of know what you got to give, but you also know you got a job to do. So it's like, do you want to half-ass and have more work the next day and just steadily always be piled up, or do you want to kind of be proactive and knock some shit out and maybe work some extra hours certain days? I just don't like that I'm salary. You know what I mean? That's the only thing about it. I don't like that.
Legal slavery, man. That's what it is. Mama says that her kid's nurse is her friend, and she's saying that these aren't even COVID people. It's all RSV and flu. Yeah. So definitely look. I don't know if there's a vaccine, but there's definitely a vaccine for the flu. So definitely go out and get yours, especially before you get all around the family. So the main thing is there is my cure-all, and that's alcohol. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Have you ever tried this type of whiskey? It's called Ardenberg whiskey. They've actually come up with a comic book that they are self-publishing. That's going to be available in their gift shop if you ever visit it, and through certain comic book shops. I haven't seen which comic shops are going to freaking sell this, but I want to be one of the comic shops that freaking sell this joint. That's going to pair lovely with the show. So they've got the 3 different kinds, 3 different freaking comic books. If you've never had Ardenberg, it's kind of like a smoky whiskey, and it's a distinguishable taste. It's like apricot, kind of smoky and everything. It's pretty good, but you can't be like, oh, it's my normal shit. No, it is not the normal. It is not normal. Let's see. Amazon has a yearly offer. If you don't want to stay employed, they will buy you out for a few grand.
Interesting.
Dre says, do what the rich people do, and you can't go wrong. That's what the rest of the tech companies say when it comes to the following Elon Musk's lead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but they've been working on trying to take Tesla from him.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a whole.
Elon until he does what he promised. He told me that he was going to buy Coca-Cola and put cocaine back in Coca-Cola. So until he does that shit, I don't want to support anything he does.
Yeah, he did say that.
That's ingredient 66. So,
Yeah.
um, the what else we got? Oh, so some of the publishers are starting to release their free comic book day listings. There's a different timeline because, of course, like you were talking about, supply run issues. So they're moving some of these timelines up. So, for instance, this Monday, in the catalog that's coming out this week, that's when there should be photos and a list of all the freaking titles. January 9th as the FOC for
Bro,
each freaking title, right?
I'm
So
even
you
looking
gotta,
forward to that date.
yeah. So you gotta ask yourself: do you want to freaking miss it? Do you want to be the person that once again misses a big book like the that Avengers X-Men, which had the first appearance of Blade's daughter? That's what I'm looking out for is that incentive. Like
My,
so the
my
problem is
shop
that there
didn't
was
even
actually like three
participate.
of them that were like really big incentives. Only
Yeah,
one of them had anything that was actually worth it, and that was
and it was
the
that
X-Men.
book.
Yeah.
It was that book. Yeah, because my,
Um.
my shop didn't even
The one
participate.
at 1000 last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Avengers X-Men 2021.
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah,
Was it 2021 or 2022? I forget
It
one.
was 2022. It was that Peach from Mocha one at
Hey,
1000.
shout out to Mighty Mel V. He says alcoholics like us really didn't get COVID. If once your chest is already full of whiskey, smoke flavor, whatever you're smoking or
yeah.
drinking, Ricky, you hardly ever notice. So the dates that I have here for the FOC as January 9th, I'm kind of dubious to that one. So that's some of the titles, but in the Penguin Random House for the Marvel dates, they've got it listed as January 16th. So that's actually 1 week afterwards. So you still
Yeah.
have till January 16th. Is if you at least if you order from me. I don't know about your local comic book shops, but definitely soon as that catalog comes out, take a look at it, see what you want, and definitely at least start having a conversation with your local comic book shop so that you don't have to be the guy in line in that long ass line waiting outside for some free ass books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here are some of the ones that are coming out. There's another Avengers X-Men #1, and then there's also going to be a Marvel Voices #1 as well. Some of them are just reprints of some of the old stories, but they did say there was going to be one new story in there.
Who's
I don't
having the
know.
red on that Avengers cover under Deadpool?
I forgot what her name is. That's that porcupine chick. She's not
Oh,
new.
okay.
Yeah, she's not new. Then there's Star Trek Free Comic Book Day 2023 variant A, nothing new. And then there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles variant A as well. There's a Spider-Man Venom, and then there's a Spidey and Friends #1. Nothing new on these. So, did you gentlemen, as of yet, get to see Wakanda Forever yet?
Yep.
Because
So
right
Wow.
now, just as of this morning, it looks like it's going to be $64 million for the second week. I
Wow.
don't know about that, because it's tough, right? So, for instance, I know that a lot of people were waiting on the actual Thanksgiving weekend to go see it, right? Um, it came out on an off weekend, and I always say this, like when you guys are buying comic books and trying to see what the market is and everything is, don't forget that a lot of people they don't get paid to the 1st and the 15th, right? So if a comic book movie comes out before the 15th, it's going to have some hard times, right?
Yeah.
It may not pick up until like that third week, and then by the third week, everybody's talked about it, and you're like, well, I was going to see it, but you know what? I might as well just wait for it to stream now, right? But because this is a Thanksgiving week, I know a lot of families were going to wait till this Thanksgiving week. They got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some people don't even go back till the following Tuesday. So I think the second week is going to be horrible, right? But I think the true numbers of what's going to go on should be next week. Dre says it was 330 million. I actually saw a different number. I actually saw 470 million
Mm.
internationally. So it was something like excuse me, 280 home box office. Excuse me, 287 home box office, 147 internationally. So that would combine to be like 400 something. I love hearing about people who love conspiracies.
That's still a lot of money, though.
No,
Yes,
what's the
sir.
conspiracy theory now?
I don't know. It was supposed to be something out in the chat that I didn't get. Um, so apparently the numbers that it's at puts it behind Doc Strange right now, and that's fine, right? But people know Doc Strange. People still don't know, and people know that Black Panther wasn't going to be in this movie. So they're like, well, I don't know anybody else in there. They don't know Namor, right? Other than us, right? They know Aquaman, but they don't know Namor like that. So there's no really big rush for them to actually go and see this movie right now.
That still seems like, even with the anticipation, that still seems, if they're 3% behind Doctor Strange, that's almost a fail in my eyes, because wasn't nobody checking for Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? Like, people weren't looking forward to that movie coming out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were looking forward to this. So if the numbers were down by that, hopefully it's just like what you said. People weren't prepared to go that weekend, because, like you said, it still costs a family of 3 or 4 is still going to pay 80-90 bucks
Right.
in some
Maybe more
places.
after
So,
you buy snacks and all that. Too.
yeah, you know what I mean. So
You're going there
Well,
with the family,
so
so you're definitely buying something to eat and drink.
right. So my advisement is definitely get the AMC Movie Pass.
oh yeah,
Right. That one costs like $19.99 per person, right? Um, and yes, for a family of 4, that's gonna be $80. But guess what? You get to see 3 movies a week, and then every dollar you spend, you get a rewards like $5. No, it's like $10, and you get for every $10 you get $5 in rewards or
oh
something like
okay,
that.
okay.
Somebody will have to check the numbers on me, but for
Yeah,
every whatever you get freaking rewards. So say if you went to the movies earlier in that month, by the time you get to that Black Panther movie, like last night, or was it? Yeah, was it last night? Yeah, last night, and we went to see The Menu, which is a great freaking horror movie, by the way.
what
Um,
was it? Which one?
The Menu. That's the one where they go off to this island to eat
Oh
at this restaurant. Great
yeah,
freaking movie. Great freaking
yeah.
movie. Um, so by the time we got to there last night, so we also got the popcorn, the annual bucket. The annual
Mm-hmm.
bucket is $5. Well, I had rewards for $5,
You just got it for free.
and also had $20 rewards. I got the annual bucket refill for free, plus the big ass Bavarian freaking pretzel with the drink free out the freaking gate.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean,
Nice.
and that pretzel and popcorn and some drinks that'll definitely fill up 4 people. No, but it was only me and a wife last night. But
Yeah, Joe. Usually, I just go up in there with some McDonald's or something. You know what I mean?
Joe
I'll
said, "Eat before the damn movie."
take a
Okay,
burrito from the taqueria or something.
dude,
You know,
man.
great.
Yeah, I am married. I cannot get away with that. Is supposed to be date night. I cannot get away with it.
My daughter always wants the popcorn or something. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know which theater you go to, but I definitely like the AMC refills and everything. The look seats at the Alamo and all those are definitely more comfortable and everything, but
you
AMC is
pay
just
more. You're
yeah.
gonna pay
Just
more for
opened up
the
an
recliners.
Alamo Draft House in Manhattan. I'm probably gonna check it out eventually.
Yeah. Moving on, Sonic the Hedgehog creator Nakayuji, he was arrested in Japan for alleged insider trading. So apparently, what was happening was about 2 years ago, he got some word about what was going on with this Dragon Quest game, which is a mobile game, and then he and a couple of other guys they bought $20,000 in stocks, thinking they weren't going to get caught. Um, and then they just rolled his ass up. So this is why I say, hey, when you guys see this little information stuff in the freaking comics, and you see that it might be becoming IP somewhere, you might want to go ahead and freaking buy some stocks. No, unless you got some inside, then no, then you're just going to get rolled up. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't even play that game, man. I don't even tell. I can't even tell family members about shit. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say nothing, man. Like, hey, I don't want to go to no federal prison. And this is a little off the subject, but the Theranos founder, the girl who did with the blood test,
Sarah something, yeah.
They gave that broad 11 years fed time today, man.
Woo! Like in the break or like parole?
In the feds, they gave her. She has to surrender in April, and she just had a baby. Yeah, they don't play.
Yeah.
Defrauding, all that. Yeah, man. I lightweight felt bad for her. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, they did that. That judge did that to basically send a message to all the companies in Silicon Valley about fraud and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna play that game, like the baseline is 11 years. That's basically what that did. Ain't no 3 or 4.
Well, what do you think that Sam Friedman guy is about to get? That's the guy from FTX with that messing around with that crypto stuff.
Man, he'll probably end up killing himself.
Bruh, he
gonna kill himself
all over some mid, pooty, man. Like, yo, think about it. One of the biggest reasons why he's in trouble right now is because he decided to give a whole bunch of money to his girlfriend, right? And they can't even find his girlfriend right now. She hiding out somewhere. But
why would man? Especially if you don't know who she is. Like, she's
they were dating at the time. Apparently.
No, but what I'm saying is she's not in the public eye. Like, she's not like someone known like him.
No, she was the CEO of
Research. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
So she was out there doing all these crazy interviews. Like, I don't know. We don't need to do math to do this. Like, talk about quantum computing. I don't think people are understanding like how big it is. Is that because you guys?
No, they're trying to find all of that money. There's like billions of dollars that are just all of a sudden missing.
Right, because they were washing it. But in the meantime, they supposedly got hacked. Do you understand how big that is? The whole point of crypto is that it uses quantum computing, so it can't get hacked.
But they're playing on the fact that it could get hacked and someone can steal your money like crypto.
It blows my mind right now, man. Like, so on Brian McClay's show, they actually talked about this. So we already knew that the Silk series is coming, but they're also going to do a Spider Society joint, right? So the Silk joint is supposed to be being developed by MGM Plus, which is an extension of Epix, where it will eventually stream. I don't know, but it's definitely being produced and paid for by MGM Plus by Epix. And don't forget that eventually Netflix has a deal where all Sony properties will eventually land on Netflix before anywhere else. So it will go from most likely from MGM Plus and Epix, then to Netflix before eventually falling on Disney Plus. The second thing is Spider Society. That's the one that's going on Amazon Prime. That one's straight going to Amazon Prime before eventually going to Netflix. The first appearance of that one was Amazing Spider-Man number 30 from 2001. There are a lot of copies out there that are around the $30 range. However, if you're going to buy it, look very carefully at those copies. Those joints are just all jacked up on the corners and everything. Yeah. So if you can find a 98, that's within your range. That's only if you think about it. And once again, it's a Spider site. It's a whole bunch of guys, and we're not even sure if that's the same ones they're going to use. The characters are the same ones that they're going to use for the series.
Spider-Man property that Sony's going to fuck up.
Yeah,
I have no faith. I mean,
the only faith I have is in the animated shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Want to make Silk movie? Give me $30,000. I'll make you the best Silk parody you'll ever see. I testify.
Well, do we know who the actress is supposed to be yet?
No,
so they haven't even cast the actress.
Yeah,
they better get it right. All right, so I've been telling people for the last 2 to 3 years about this comic book that I felt was getting absolutely no respect whatsoever. Star Trek #1, Gold Key from 1967. I was picking some of these joints up for $30, $50. It just sold November 3rd for $45,000.96.
Hot damn!
All right. The original record was in 2019, 20,000.
Yeah.
So it jumped up 25,000. There are only 4 copies of 9.6s out there supposedly, and this one just sold for 45,000. So I'm pretty sure there's some still real cheap
So
out
there's
there,
nothing
like
above the 9.6.
I'm sorry, what's that?
There's nothing above the 9.6.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know.
I have to
But
check the
all I know,
specs.
all the thing says is that there's like 4 of them out there. So
I mean,
somebody might have to check the
somebody had
shipments.
that book from that date in a 9.8. Like, I mean, like that book is from
Did
what,
they even have bags and
67?
boards back then? Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what did you keep it in a file cabinet?
Probably.
In a photo album, like, you know what I mean? In those, remember the photo albums that you would lay the plastic and it would seal it?
Yeah.
That's what you would have to have kept that in.
So Eric Turner says Friedman won't get 18 months in jail. Too connected. So this is where it gets. Well, fuck it. I've been drinking whiskey. All right.
Let's talk about it.
Whiskey cap.
Going back on the crypto bro thing, he's talking about Sam Friedman. He's saying he won't get 18 months in jail. He's talking about his connection to, and because he did give out a lot of money to the Democratic Party to help them for the midterm elections. Now, as a result of this whole thing, the House has decided that they want to do an investigation into this whole deal, right? So his buddies that may have been in the Democratic House, they can't help him because the investigation is going to be run by the Republican House right now,
or a nonpartisan group.
No, well, I mean, the House said they're going to do it. So, so the difficulty is yes, you're right. It would make sense to do a nonpartisan. However, you can't do that because if most of his money, and we're talking billions, one side, how are you going to do nonpartisan?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're gonna railroad that one. Especially they're gonna be like, oh, well, if he did, that's what I'm saying. If he gave to both, they gotta let him walk. If he gave to both packs, he gotta maybe not walk, but like you said, he won't get that much time.
Yeah.
Dude, they just gave a brand new mom 11 years in prison for some shit that kind of went left. Right. he gonna get
her situation is like all jacked up because she was pulling off money that was supposed to save lives, and then none of it was actually done, and
and then it didn't even work.
It's like blatant, like yo.
And they gave her. She just had a baby, and they were like 11 years. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, it's like this whole thing has been going on for like 2 or 3 years. Like, why are you out there making babies?
Now, I think that was the play on the jury and the judge, and he was like, "Fuck that! You get 11 years.
Okay, watch this.
Your daughter's gonna be 12 when you get out. 13. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna put you in a halfway house for a year." So,
so some of the set photos, once again going back to franchises, some of the set photos for Indiana Jones #5 have come out. It looks pretty good. Just reminding people that the comic is still out there. First appearance, there is the Indiana Jones #1 Marvel one, but the first appearance, according to Marvel, for Indiana Jones is this Raiders of the Lost Ark. That actually came out the same year, but it actually came out 3 months. Yes, sir. It came out 3 months before the Indiana Jones comic book.
So is he in what, like? He's got to be old now. I mean, in the not even in real life. I'm talking about in the show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So the same age that his dad was, he's probably the same age now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got to be like the age he is really in real life right now. He's probably that age on the show. Because
I don't even know what the joint is about.
It was in World War II. Then it was they were all pretty much in the same time frame, though, right?
Yeah. Well, the one was during the Nazi time. I forget what the other one were.
So was the one with his dad. Remember, because it was just like a different
Nazis as well. Yep.
Yeah.
I know the last one, the Crystal Skull was at least up to the 50s at that point.
No, was it?
Yeah, because they were showing little clips of Howdy Doody in the middle. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because his son was like, what, 18, 16?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
That
So it
was
was
the
in the
last one
50s,
with the
yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah, 50s, early mid 50s, yeah. I'm here for it, though. I'm giving, I love the Indiana Jones, man. I still do. But he is old, though, man. He is old.
Let's see. Moving on. So, Thursday, Thanksgiving. What are you guys going to be thankful for? Are you guys going to have a big dinner, or are you going to be working it out like I am?
You know what, man? I might keep it a little light. You know what I mean? I think my brother and his family are going out of town, so it'll probably just be my family and my mom, and we ain't gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna do it overboard, but I'm gonna do it up though. I'm gonna make sure I got some
Do it up.
leftovers for a few
Yeah,
days. You know what
look,
I'm
I
saying?
want y'all. I want everybody in the chat that here's this man freaking as y'all guys are freaking prepping the food and getting all the food ready. Make sure you freaking tag me, and my Instagram and all my Twitter and all that. Tag Comic Crusaders like, hey, this is what we had thankful for. I want to see what y'all. Don't be tagging me in some bullshit when you got raisins and shit in the
Ugh,
macaroni. Don't be tagging me on that shit.
I
Fuck
want them
raisins.
rolls
Diss me
right.
with all that. I mean,
I definitely want them yeast rolls right
Who
there.
eats raisins?
which ones you like? You like the Papa Fresh joints, like the or like the Hawaiian bread joints, man.
Nah, I mean I could do the Hawaiian bread, but I like them, the ones that only come out with the 3 lines in them.
Mm,
You
mm.
throw them in the oven.
Yeah.
My wife was like,
Don't.
"Let's just make our own." I was like, "Ooh, we can
Yeah.
do that too."
Hey. Some of y'all don't forget to thaw the turkey out no later than freaking Wednesday morning. I know
Right?
some of y'all done bought y'all shit in early October.
Man, I'm
Trying to
getting
cook it all
prime
up.
rib this year, man. I'm gonna do some prime rib too, man.
No, mine's in the
You
fridge
want to
right
smoke it?
now.
I can't wait, man. I want to at least be eating food until Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Just says I'm not having chitlins. You should not have chitlins. Don't. Yeah, chitlins is not a
Ugh,
Thanksgiving
I can't. Ugh.
thing.
No, thank you.
Oh man, freaking. What
Nah,
about
man.
you, Adam? You having dinner,
Uh,
man?
yeah, I think we're gonna do just something small. It's just gonna be my brother, myself, and my parents, and my
Yeah,
brother's kids.
yeah,
Hey, something is better than nothing, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I just want everybody to
with the year I've
remember.
had, I'm just thankful to be around family and
Exactly. Same.
health to be still decent at this point. So I look forward to Thanksgiving.
Okay, are you doing the
As
show
long
on
as we have
Wednesday?
chocolate pudding pie.
Mm,
You said pumpkin pie or pudding pie?
Chocolate pudding pie.
Chocolate pudding pie. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's basically it's chocolate pudding and this store pie crust. It's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah. I've had one of those before.
Now,
Yeah.
God rest my grandma's soul. She used to make it every year, so I'm gonna make
Mm,
it this year for the first time.
Yeah.
nice.
So
So
I might
Hartman
screw it
says,
up.
ooh, cranberry sauce. Look,
Yeah.
if you're going to,
Cranberry
you gotta
sauce.
have the cranberry sauce
Gotta
on
have a
this.
little
You know
bit.
why? You know why? Because that helps with your indigestion. Some of y'all are just eating all the turkey,
Yeah.
all the stuffing, all the macaroni, and you've never eaten like that in the whole year. Now you want to shove it all down your freaking cram hole, and then you're getting all jacked up. What
Yeah.
you need to do is eat some cranberry juice or drink some cranberry juice or eat some cranberry sauce that freaking get that stuff out of your freaking system. Because
Yeah.
you know what? The number one day for people going to the hospital for indigestion issues is Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Trying to stuff it all in there.
Try to stuff
You need you
all
need
in.
the cranberry sauce in the can that comes out in the the cylinder,
Mm-hmm.
and
You can do
then you
that.
got to use that as like jelly when you make the sandwich the next day, and you put the dressing and the turkey
Interesting.
inside of one of them rolls,
Interesting.
and then you put
Or
the
right, or if you get to a farmer's market, because there's sure enough ain't none now. But if you get to a farmer's market that's still around, you get some actual cranberries, put some
mm-hmm,
sugar in it, put it in a jar, and just leave it in the fridge, and it'll be some nice juice. It'll turn into a
mm,
nice juice. Then we can put it in the fucking blender. Boom, there you go. I mean, Chad Cave has a pro tip. He says, get a slice of cherry pie, a slice of chocolate pie, eat a bite of each at the same time. Chocolate covered cherries, add whipped cream. You want to be like me.
I'm not mad at that.
I like that. Thanks, Chad. Chad's awesome.
Definitely not mad at that.
And,
I wouldn't mind having some of that mofongo though that Andre's talking about. Shit,
Marvel Man talking about all the chitlins, all the pig's feet, all the collard greens, all the hog balls. I'm gonna eat a bunch of highlight pig's feet.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a summertime thing. That is not a Thanksgiving thing. Well, you know what, man? That's all.
I have some greens though.
That's all some people can afford, man. Is some whole bunch of they might as well just buy the whole damn hog, man. Just
rooted to the tutor.
So what I would suggest is that what you do is early in the morning Saturday. That's when you go get your stuff. Don't wait till the last day thinking that all the shit's gonna be there.
I meant to go today, but I'm gonna have to go tomorrow because I know these sales gonna start ending and kicking in, and they ain't gonna have shit. And I don't want to have a bunch of stuff in my refrigerator leading up to it. I want to hurry and get that shit up out of there. Make room for the other shit.
Turkeys take up room in your fridge, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna just. I think my wife's just gonna do a breast. I don't even think we're gonna do a whole turkey.
Yeah. I think usually what we do is we just go to honey baked ham.
That's where I'm going there, and I'm getting
just get a quarter pound, man. Cause
I'm getting the ham, and I'm getting prime rib from there.
Yes, sir.
And then we're gonna do like a turkey breast or something.
Yeah. All right. Looking at, I did another Terapeak search to see what was hot within the last 7 days. This is not using the same analysis that Cover Price does or that Ben Stein does and everything. I'm just doing my little eBay searches. And these were the ones that came up with the most in quantity over the last 7 days. Number one, I don't know what's going on with this book or why it turned hot all of a sudden. Harley Quinn #1, that Yoshitaka team cover variant, that pink joint. Now that is apart from there was a retailer thank you variant that's out there
with the same cover,
different color, and I forget which. I got it somewhere. I got to take a look.
Was it like a greenish cover? The thank you.
Yeah, I think you're right, Adam. I think you're right. I think it may have been green.
I know. I saw the one I had after it first came out to a good friend of mine, so I don't remember. I could have sworn it was like a greenish, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. But there probably isn't a lot of those out there to even register. Out there. But yeah, so 80.
Hartman said crack rock vibes. Or there's a Superman coming up out of there. That's what you're gonna see after you hit that pipe, man.
Hartman says your ass be renting houses, my houses, and penthouses.
Penthouses, penthouse 4. Yeah,
really crack meets white woman cover vibes. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
It's too early to be specking up.
Yeah, everybody said it was a green virgin cover. Yep. Sure, I agree with the blind guy on what color it was. Hey, but he was right though. He was right. I'm the one that has.
I do have sighted people.
I probably got it.
Hey, Chad,
got that.
Brian
that
can still
cover is.
Adam can still see a little bit.
I do have
hey, I could just see just enough to kick your ass.
Yeah,
the person that makes a blind joke has to buy me a hooker.
Right, you gotta remind you of the obvious, right?
There was some pre-sale stuff that unit #1 that I hate. Fairland variant, the one where she's all grown up. That one had about 35 miles per hour. Spider-Man. That's another pre-sale. The Amazing Spider-Man #13. That one actually should have been doing a lot better because that is the first appearance of the Gold Goblin. I know people are sick and tired of all these goblins that are running around.
I see it in the little icons you got, and I'm like, I ain't fucking with that shit.
I haven't even had a chance to read #1 yet, so it could be a good book. It's still in my read stack.
Yep. And then my list tops out with SpongeBob comics. I think, is there another SpongeBob movie coming out? I think that's probably
Yes, there is. They just announced a new movie.
All right, so that's it is. And how long ago was it when I told everybody about SpongeBob? That SpongeBob comic, you might want to think about picking it up.
I know ones are so tough and they're so hard to pluck. Yeah. I can never find anything like past a 5.
Using the pre-sale
Whoa.
search, Sins of Sinister #1. There is an art germ that's going to be out there. I forget when the FOC is, but is it now? No, I think it's a little bit later. But it looks absolutely freaking gorgeous, right? I've seen a lot of joints where she's out there looking slutty, and freaking, but this one actually kind of hits right.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
looking slutty.
This one hit just right.
Actually, let me bring this for so I can see the numbers. Okay, so 68 pre-sales in the last 7 days. Most of those at the price of $539. Once again, that pre-sale Star Wars Yoda #1 um, by Scott Cavan, it had about 68 sales. So tied with Sins of Sinister, and I think the Star Wars Yoda #1 is actually coming out this week, if I'm not mistaken. That Miles Morales Spider-Man #2, that Stephanie Hans, that had about 25, and still bringing up the rear as those Amazing Spider-Man #21, that Project Vikio, and the Amazing Spider-Man #17. Those were came up with like around 20.
Are there
And go ahead.
1 in 100s, or are they having the 1 in 100 and there's like a B cover that's, or the C is the Disney cover?
Yes, so the color ones are the open order,
Okay.
and then the 1 in 100s are the
Black and white.
black and white. Yes,
Okay, gotcha.
and then topping out the list is Amazing Spider-Man #14, which would be the second appearance of Gold Goblin. Um, and there's, I think maybe there may be something going on where maybe there may be a new character. I'm not exactly sure, but there's supposed to be a new villain or something going on in #14 as well.
Yeah, that Sins of Sinister though, man. That art germ cover is not bad at all.
Getting on to some of the FOC stuff, Wonder Woman Historia, the Amazon's #3. I don't know why they keep doing stuff with Wonder Woman stuff. The market has shown that nobody cares about any of this Wonder Woman stuff. Nobody cares about the story. Nobody cares about Wonder Woman anymore. Just give us one cover. If you're going to tell the story, just let that be it. Don't come up with all this crazy stuff. Batman Beyond White Knight #7 has a 1 in 25. That's the one to
Great
the far
story.
right.
Great story.
It is an interesting story. It's the Jack Napier, right? That's
Yep.
the main Joker guy. Yep. Batman Superman World's Finest #10. There is a Christmas cover. In fact, I think that was
Always
the
has
main
to be
theme.
fucking Christmas.
Yeah, I think a lot of the covers from this particular week that are on FLC, they have a lot of Christmas themes.
It's not fair.
Shit.
Can't we just have one fucking Hanukkah cover, please? That's all I ask.
Hey, send a letter to DC, man.
Oh, I will.
Send a letter. There's a 1 in 25, which is kind of like this trading card joint, and a 1 in 50, which is like the Joker writing. What's the name of that freaking thing? Is that the one that freaking killed Superman?
Yeah, not Doomsday.
Yeah, it's Doomsday, right?
Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah.
That actually looks pretty sweet.
Batman versus Robin #4. There's the Sweeney Boo cardstock, which looks kind of sweet with Zantana on the cover along with Batman. There's a 1 in 25 by Young Gang. It looks good, but it's like, it's kind of boring by now.
Yeah.
And then there's a 1 in 50 Harris card. The thing to keep an eye out on is there's that new character. His name is Boy Thunder. I think they're going to go more into like where he comes from, what he's all about. It's going to be through issue #4 through 5 that they're going to really dig deep into where he actually came from. Catwoman #50. There's a Jessica, which is it's okay, but then there's a 1 in 50 Souls of Micah cardstock, which I believe is an incentive. They just haven't really noted it yet. Here's a cover C by Sidgwick, which has got her locked up in the back of a police van, and then there's a Christmas holiday cardstock. This is what they look up close, and there's also a Tula Lotte, which I believe is a 1 in 25. There's to the left, there's the 1 in 50 Souls Micah, and then to the far right, that is a Catwoman Spawn variant.
Can you go back one more slide that you were just on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's two different. That's
Souls
the B
Micah.
cover, and then the 1 in 50 is the one you just showed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's two different. Okay. I actually like that one. That's not too bad.
Yes, Check Cave is saying that uh, Nathan Zerdy has gone by leaps and bounds in a year or two. Absolutely. My favorite one so far is there was it 48, 49, which just had Catwoman in just one of those old mom 1950s freaking dresses.
I
Looks
think it was
really freaking
48.
good. Hasn't gotten enough attention, but it just looks really good. Dark Crisis Evident Earth's number 7. The one that I really like is the one to the far right. It's like I don't know what they're even calling it.
Like a
It's
Batman,
this it's
Superman.
this yeah, it's like this amalgamation of Batman, Superman, Green Lantern,
Yeah,
and Wonder Woman. That's not the first appearance. I forget when the first appearance was, like maybe like a couple of 2 or 3 issues ago. And then it was like on for 2 pages and then they freaking got rid of him. Now it looks like he's back. And here it is. This is the list of all the covers. There's the one that's to the far left was a 1/25. The one with Nightwing in the middle there, that's a 1/100. And then the
damn.
one with the Hulk, that's a 1/50, I believe. But there is a 1/350 that's out there. We just don't have the art for it yet.
That's a weird ratio.
Yeah, right. It's a high one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DC has been doing these weird ones. Like there
Or
was this one that was on FOC.
$6.99.
Yeah, there was this one that was on FOC last week. It was like 600, one out of 666.
Yeah, that's insane.
DC versus Vampires All Out War number 6. There's a cover B open order by Soyan, which is absolutely it's pretty good. Looks pretty gorgeous. Looks pretty good. But then there's a Sokoa, which is terrible, which is a 1/25. Harley Quinn animated series, another Christmas card. Nightwing has a couple of covers, including a Christmas card. I don't know why. And then Stargirl has a Christmas card of her building a snowman. Tales Earth 6 has got too many freaking covers. Let's see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 covers. I don't know what's going on in that one. Now there's 2 or 3 that look okay, but I just don't know enough about this title to say, oh yeah, we should be buying this one. Titans United Blood Pact number 4. Another Christmas card. Hartman says
That's
Blind
cool.
Adam said no low love or Hanukkah in comics.
What did I say?
He's just talking shit. No love or Hanukkah.
You goddamn right. How do we correct this injustice?
Well, you gotta think. Do you really want them to fuck it up like they did with that Green Lantern taco cover? Burritos in a bag cover?
Yeah, now that you brought it up, now probably not.
I'm still mad at Lucy for advocating that they should have burritos in a bag. She's like, I buy burritos in a bag all the time. I was like, you should.
I've done it before. There used to be this lady. I mean, when I used to work in this one warehouse back in the day, and she would pull up and she had an ice chest in the back, and then she'd have tamales. Okay. She had burritos. She had all kinds of them. She would sell out. You know what I mean? It was better than going off the roach coach. You know.
Sounds absolutely terrible and hospital inducing and jeez. Opus Comics has Frank Frazetta Death Dealer number 8. Of course, there's your 1/5, 1/10, 1/15. I do not have the art for it yet, so stay tuned. Then there's a Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer cover gallery number 1. So it's supposed to be, I think, like a compilation of a whole bunch of covers, and that's all it is. There's no story to it.
Nice.
Earth Divers number 4. Once again, I think this one, Earth Divers, has been optioned, so keep an eye out on what's going on with this book.
I didn't even hear about it, honestly.
Funhouse Comics says, what's the problem with Hanukkah again? He's not saying, he's wondering why
Because can I
why the
explain it? Why in the
why,
fuck is there like 1,900 different Christmas covers, but no Hanukkah covers? It angers
Not
me, God damn it.
at least one, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for is one.
Well, Earth Divers has got the Hanukkah thing in his hands right now.
Alright, cool that.
don't
Cool.
lie to him like that.
The candle
Sure,
holder.
sure. Appease the blind guy by telling him things he can't see.
Yeah, the color is kind of off. You can't really see it. It's probably blended with the background.
Yeah.
My Little Pony. Now, I usually don't cover My Little Pony, but man, these are some pretty great covers. I gotta say, man, freaking
Yeah,
include, the Tony. Is it Tony Fleeks?
Yeah.
Oh, Trish did the
Foster
one.
and Tony Fleeks.
Yeah, Trish did the one to the far right. There's a Foster one. All of them look pretty darn
What's
good.
the issue number on that?
Number 8. The Armageddon game, number 3. Here's a cover A by Miguel Mercado, which looks good. There's a BA cover and a 1 to 10. All of them look pretty damn good. So, and I don't know whether
are those new characters.
I don't know.
I've never
It's
seen
been a while
that.
since I've been.
Yeah, a little wolf or mouse or rat or whatever the hell that is, a little robot I never seen before.
Yeah. I guess I had to freaking get caught up on what's going on with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Art Brute, number 1. It's got a Spawn homage cover, and I don't know. So, let's see. This list says, it says presenting here the first major artwork from the creative minds of Ice Cream Man, Relettered, Remastered, and under its original intended name. So these are not. So it's a title that's already been out there. There's no new appearances or anything like that. The only thing that's going to be new is the cover art. So if you want to try and look for the original appearances, that's a thing. But if it hasn't been an option by now, it's never going to get an option. Bone Archer Black Feathers, number 4. There is a Spawn cover. In fact, I think that was the thing for the whole month for Image right now. You're doing a lot of Spawn covers. Dark Ride, another Spawn cover, but the one that I like is the one to the far right, which is the I forget which one that is, but it looks really good. It's got like a whole bunch of Disney characters in there, but they look really jacked up. There is a 1 to 25 Fleeks and Price cover that's out there. I don't believe I have the cover art for that one yet. Gospel, Spawn cover. Ice Cream Man, Spawn cover. I forget which one this one is. Another Spawn cover.
Some Archie shit.
But I'm just saying, like, bro, how you? I know he's like a crazy demon guy, but like, you just gonna let him walk off with your woman like that?
Yeah, right.
What's up with that?
Just go let him just step with her.
You gotta at least flip him the finger or something. Shit.
Right.
Nightclub, number 1. Looks pretty good. This looks like these vampire guys with the luchadores freaking mask on. Let's get another Image cover. And of course, Radiant Black with a Spawn cover. Avengers number 64 has a. What's going on with that one? Looks like I cut it off. But there is a 1 in 100 art germ for the Avengers.
That's the one on the far right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And an N. Lee. This one to the far left. Then there is a. What is this? It's a Avengers Assemble connecting cover.
What does it connect to?
Maybe something else, but this one looks like it's by Steve Horley. It looks like it would be an awesome poster.
Yeah.
Captain America: Sentinel of Liberty. I haven't been reading it, so I don't know what's going on with that. But there is
really amping up the whole, Bucky becoming evil again story. It's been really good lately.
Hmm.
Bucky's bad in this one.
Yeah, and the last issue I read, Bucky basically turned on Cap.
Damn.
But they're going to be doing
You gotta keep them bad. You gotta keep them on that green line.
between the 2 books, so it's going to be
Keep them
interesting.
honest.
Yeah, you gotta keep them bad, man. Women love bad boys. So
Good Bucky's only good for one or two movies.
Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel number 45, Aka variant. Looks pretty good. The Gold Goblin number 3 is on FOC this week. And there's a J. Scott Campbell classic homage.
Nice.
Joe Fixit number 1. There's a 1 in 25 by Sinar.
My wife collects those window shade variants.
Really?
Yeah, she's got like all of them.
Has there been any that have been like an incentive? I don't remember.
I don't think any of them were. They're all open order, but they're like C or D covers.
Mm.
So they're not like she comes up and I'm like, how'd you find that? She's like, oh, I pre-ordered it. And I'm like, I didn't even know that one they had it. You know what I mean? So, she's got them all so far. I think she might be missing 1 or 2.
Well, let me know what she's missing. I'll see if I can grab it for her.
All right.
Planet Hulk World Breaker number 3. They mentioned like these green kids. So I'm gonna have to go back to issue number 2 to see if there was any green kids in that one. If not, then this might be the first mention of any green kids in this issue right here.
I'm gonna have to go back and read from issue 1.
Scarlet Witch number 1. There is a 1 in 100 Tau, 1 in 25 by Laraz. A Casa Grande Woman of Marvel, that I don't have the art for that yet. Is an Okazaki variant, and an Adam Hughes classic homage variant. That's the one to the far right.
What's the one in the middle? That's the 1 in 100?
Yes, sir. And there is a open order if people don't want to get the 1 in 100. So, for those open orders, if you guys like any of those open orders, again, let me know. You'll get those for half price, so I can afford that 1 in 100. Just saying.
For real, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it was like $3.99, but now it's like $4.99 per open order. So yeah, I'm not feeling that right now. And here's the full list. Secret Invasion number 3. There's a Marvel Anatomy. That's the one to the far right. Spider-Man number 4. There's 1 in 25 by Ramos. And then there's a Cassidy Classic homage variant. That's the one to the far left. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. The Ramos was the one in the middle? The 25, yes. 1 in 25? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars number 30, there's a 1 in 25 by Stephanie Hans. A Christopher action figure. I don't have that one right here, but there's also the 1 in 25 by Stephanie Hans is the one to the far right. Excuse me. Okay. There's a Christopher action figure, and then there's a Wingeguard Attack Clones 20th anniversary. X-Force number 36. There's a 1 in 25 by Soyan.
Is that the one in the middle? Is that Domino wearing that stuff that Forge was making?
Yes, sir. That guy to the far left, man. There's something about this guy, man. He's got his shit. Yeah, he's got his shit together. He looks pretty competent. He might be a big villain in the X-Men world going forward.
To catch up on X-Force a little bit.
X-Force was good. I stopped reading it, but it was good. It got off to a good start. I just didn't have time to read it.
Yeah, like I said, I had to catch up with it. It was one of my. Yeah. I was digging it. I want to see where they're going to eventually take Beast.
So give me a quick second. Chad Cave has been gracious enough to send us. Says, man, this better not be porn, Chad. You son of a bitches. Wait. Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The Joker who stopped laughing. Let's see, comic copy image. Let's see if I can get this in here. Here we go. Yep. So this is the one that Chad Cave says he's using. We actually talked about this. What was that? Maybe a
2 weeks
week,
ago or so.
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Yeah. The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, #3. That cover B Bermejo. That comes out on December 6th, apparently.
It's past
And it does.
FOC though.
Yeah. Yes, it is past FOC, but it was an open order, so shops still have a chance to order it. Like if somebody wants it from me, they could definitely freaking order it, or at least try. Um, but I haven't seen a lot of pre-sales for it. Once again, the DC book that I've seen the biggest pre-sale for is that Batman Spawn #1, the glow in the dark joint. So if you see that, keep an eye on it. I just don't know how many people order it. I don't know what's going on with that, but people are definitely all over it. But this is the first week in about a month that I saw it drop off of my list as like not even being in like the top
Yeah, I was
5 or
expecting. I was
10.
expecting you to mention it again when you were doing the pre-sale.
Yeah, this is the first week where I saw it drop off of, and I think that's because retailers like me, we stopped offering it
Yeah.
because we don't know what's going on with it, so we stopped selling it.
So you're saying you don't know what's going on with it? Why it dropped off? Whereas it might be something that got pushed out, or
Yeah, well, so I go by the most ordered, right? So if it's at
right?
least got like 20 sales within the last 7 days, it's going to make it to the list.
Gotcha.
There have been no Batman. There was not a lot of Batman Spawn #1s that actually got sold this week. However, I do know that from my eBay page, it sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out. It's like I can't sell no more, and
But
I can't even reorder. I could try and reorder it, but I couldn't. I can't positively say yeah they're going to send it to me.
Yeah.
It's in that status right now where you just can't say. If somebody has say, oh yeah, I can reorder it. You're full of shit because you can't
Yeah.
say. In fact, it's kind of funny because the system actually says if you try to reorder it right now, you're going to get the damaged shit. It specifically says you're going to get the damaged stock.
Yeah.
No, so
don't be scared.
Yeah,
Just Lucas Remo. Relax, buddy.
X-Men Red #10. There's a 1/25 copy, and a Darman and an Inhyuk Lee. Looks like I don't have the copy for that one yet. Rogue State #2. Rogue State #1 actually did pretty well, but there's actually going to be a 1/15 foil incentive variant and a 1/25 homage. I don't know what it's homaging, but
I was going to say that last slide you showed that cover looked racist as hell.
Which one?
On the far right.
Describe it for the people who can't see it.
It's like
Is that Miracle Man and Storm?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but it don't look right. the facial expressions just don't look right.
Well, yeah. It looks like it's right up your alley, Adam. So. Unintentional porn. Awesome, Marvel.
Excellent.
Grim #6. There's a 1/10 by Florentino, which I've seen the cover for it. It looks pretty good. There's a 1/25 by Jenny Frizen. That's one that's in the middle right there. Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2. There's on FLC this week. There's #1 and #2. I'm not sure what they're doing, but there is like just a full list of shit that they're trying to push this week.
Damn, 1 in 100, 1 in 50. 150, 200, 250, 500.
Yeah. So when you got a full list like that of just stuff, always keep in mind that if you're going for the rarest stock, always go for the unlockable because those are one per stores. And of course, there's less printed of those. Supposedly, there's less printed of those. Something is Killing the Children. I like the one in the middle. Specs #2. There's this one is a 1 of 10 by Tulaski. Red Sonja, Hell Sonja, number 1. Here's a Perillo and Larry. They both look good. Gun Honey Blood for Blood number 4. There's a Souza Micah foil. The price on that one was originally like $30. They now dropped it down to $19.99. But it's on FOC this week, and it looks pretty damn good. Looks like a what do you call those girls? Those can girls from back in the day.
Candy Strap Girls?
They call them.
I forget. But
yeah,
girl looks pretty good.
There was a specific name for them?
Yeah, they're like the ones that danced in the shows. Showgirls.
Yeah.
Oh. Exactly. Flapper Girls. Yeah, Flapper Girls. That was one of the girls from back in the day, but yeah, this is not the Flapper Girls. All right, so that was the stuff that is on FOC this week. This is some of the ones that I was kind of carousing, and I was looking out for the ones that kind of caught my eye, or some of the ones that are already out of stock, coming out Wednesday. And I know for a fact, just keep in mind that a lot of stores that were not going to be ordering a lot of stock this week because it's Thanksgiving. They know a lot of customers are not going to come into the stores. A lot of customers don't have a lot of money in November, December. So retailers tend to pull back on what they're ordering. Amazing Spider-Man number 14. That's that appearance of that new villain, which appears to be another goblin. We're not talking about just the gold goblin or the queen goblin or the red goblin. It's another goblin that we don't have the name for.
Do we really need another goblin?
No.
What happened to the black goblin? Why can't we have a black goblin? Come on now.
Yeah,
I
what's
don't
up
want
with
black goblin.
Even the dog is
Definitely don't want that.
even the dog is like questioning him,
Marvel Comics group, Doctor Strange, Fall Sunrise. I know that there's supposed to be a new match group. I think this is their first appearance in this book right here. There's like a 125. I forget whether there's a 125, 150, but there is an incentive for this one.
Is this a wraparound or is that a?
Yeah, it's a wraparound.
It's not an incentive though, is it?
Yes. I'm not sure if this was an incentive, but there is an incentive. This might be an incentive.
I like
but
that.
The reason why I brought this one out is because it looks like there are some characters. Like if you look really close, there are some characters that are in there. Include that girl. You see the girl right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Rafi is saying there was a black goblin. And then Eugene and Young is saying that the girl's name is the Hobgoblin Girl.
Yes.
Hobgoblin Girl. They couldn't come up with a more original name? Really?
No. It's too hard.
Yeah. Fantastic Four facsimile. That's the first appearance of Black Panther, so they did decide to do a facsimile for it. I take issue with the fact that they are they really putting the 12 cents thing on there?
Yeah, it's a facsimile, right?
It's supposed to put it at their regular cover price. If it's $3.99 or $4.99, that's what you're supposed to put on there so people can distinguish it.
Yeah, but the little Marvel in the bottom right corner. The barcode would be in the front, and I don't even think that was what the cover originally looked like. They were in the forest or like in the jungle or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Original.
Yeah, pass. G.I. Joe number 300.
I'm here for it.
This is the last issue that IDW is going to be doing.
Chat, who's the guy in the middle of this number 14? I've been trying to figure out what his name. I forgot his name. The big football-looking player. He was Sergeant Slaughter, wasn't he?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I think that the 1 in 50 for this is going to go gangbusters.
Dude, he socked the shit out of Cobra Commander, though. He got a bruise on his chin and his medal. Right in the bottom, in the front.
Yeah.
You're trying to fuck with Cobra Commander, man.
Maybe they'll have the name inside the cover or something like that of all the characters.
That's usually what they used to do. They would bubble them out, and they would be blank, and they would tell you what number, have a number, and who it was. Gridiron. That's right.
What's the Pilot Time at the End of the World? Number 1. There's a 1 to 75 by Jung Yoon. A 1 to 100 by Jenny Frison. A 1 to 200 foil black and white by Jenny Frison. But there's also a 1 per store unlockable variant that's coming out this week. Star Wars Yoda number 1, that 1 in 100, 1 in 25. But like I said earlier when I was talking about the pre-sales, the pre-sale to cover A's have been doing well. So you don't have to bother with the 1 in 100s and all this other stuff. Just go ahead and get the cover A because those had been doing just as well. Marvel PRH, X-Men number 17. The one that is sold out is the X-Men number 17, the Dodderman trading card variant of Firestar. I know that on the top 10, they mentioned one of the covers for Firestar. I'm not sure what was going on with that one.
Was
but
when they were doing the honorable mention for
are
Young Allies.
they planning on bringing Firestar into the MCU at some point? Is that why everybody's going crazy for her all of a sudden?
I have no clue. I'm talking
Da-da-da.
about an old school Art Adams cover for Young Allies.
General.
I have the one from the Strange Academy.
Hey, Rafi, I don't see anything. The last ones I got was from Chad. And that, ladies and gents, Chad K says he is drunk as shit. Well, I'm sorry that we can't help you through the rest of your ride of being drunk as shit, because that, ladies and gents, is the
I hope
end
you had
of
some
the
great
show.
vodka tonight, Chad. And
Yeah, we had to speed through it, man, tonight. Yeah, power through
Remo
it.
was tired. Adam
Man.
can't see shit. No.
you know what, man?
Did you have any comics that you wanted to talk about real quick before we get out of here, Adam?
I'm actually good at the moment. Just trying to get all my shit back together. And we have any IP lawyers in the chat? Hit me up privately because I need to get something straight once and for all. If anyone could please follow me on the Real Blind Adam on Instagram. Now that I have an Instagram again, I'd appreciate that because I'm trying to rebuild that. After being kill switched over when I had 1,000 followers,
You'll get them back.
yeah, it was just a pain in the ass. If anyone wants to buy the dog, the dog's for sale.
Man, I seen the content you've been putting out, man. You've been running by a couple people I wouldn't mind running into my damn self.
Meeting RVD was a blast.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
All right.
But I'm talking about the chicks.
Wait, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, I bet.
AVN's coming up in about another month and a half, so I can't wait.
You're going? You're going to be in Vegas?
Yep.
Right.
Gonna be in Vegas for almost the entire month of January at this point.
Okay.
In Vegas for a month?
Yeah.
Jesus. Jeez, you're gonna lose all your money plus your pants and the shirt. God damn.
Nope.
And then he has 3 more weeks to get it back?
No, man. I'm gonna be filming some content out there, and I'm looking at something I'm legally not allowed to talk about yet.
All right, so if you guys want to see the rest of Adam in January, you gotta watch out for more Pornhub and all the other.
Just follow awesome
Check out his OnlyFans.
I'll say what I'm allowed.
Subscribe to his OnlyFans.
No, he doesn't have him, but Autumn South does. Go ahead, check out her shit.
I'm sure she'll be out there with him.
All right. Well, once again, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us till 2:30 in the morning during a Thanksgiving. I hope you guys stay safe. No fireworks during Thanksgiving. No raisins in the macaroni and cheese or any fucking crazy. Do not experiment,
Fuck
please.
reasons.
You know that one.
Raisins are the most disgusting thing known to man, for crying out loud.
You know that one family member that's getting on your nerves. Don't go to jail. If they get on your nerves, just walk out. If you don't have that one family member, you're the one fucking family member that's getting everybody.
You're that one.
You know, freaking. If everybody's sitting down and watching the football game, shut the fuck up. Let everybody fucking watch a football game. Don't decide that that's the time that you want to freaking reconnect with everybody. Just you being in their presence is reconnection enough. If you don't know how to play spades, don't fucking start now.
And if every time someone's talking to you, they get up and go outside and take a smoke break, then you're a fucking issue.
I just want to say to everyone in the chat, thank you for being in my life, man. I could not have gotten it for the last couple months without everyone in this community.
Most def, man. Freaking, we love y'all and everything, man. Freaking, definitely. Oh, and going forward, I'm starting to collect the best comics or covers of the year for 2022. So if you have any suggestions,
almost that time already. Holy shit!
Yes, sir. Fucking definitely send that to me. Every week we're going to start trying to pull that stuff up and doing an introspection of what we were talking about last year to this year and everything. Shit, man. I'm really happy about some of the stuff that I talked about because it's starting to come up again. I was fucking jackpot fucking gold. Yeah, man. Freaking 2:30 in the freaking morning. Thank y'all for hanging out with us when you could have been freaking out at the fucking club, freaking getting jig with it. Last one that I'm going to highlight is Nerd Out for What? If you're getting together with a family for a holiday to say thanks, don't stare at the TV watching a sport that has nothing to do with you. Fuck you. That is exactly what Thanksgiving is all about.
And I ain't trying to see them folks behind the scene the whole time. I'm trying to watch some football. I got money on it.
You dumb as shit for saying that. Because look, you haven't seen them the whole year.
Yeah.
And there's multi-generationals. And you ain't got shit to say.
Yeah.
How about we just sit in the same fucking room and not say shit to each other and just fucking watch something instead of fucking hey, why aren't you married yet? You fucking why don't you have your own house yet? Why don't you got this one? Man, miss me all that bullshit.
Who's spying on me? That's gonna be that's usually the question.
That's what the TV is for. That's why on the first date you go to the fucking movies so you can be in that presence of that person.
That's why everybody goes and buys new TVs for Thanksgiving.
If you could survive,
the number one day for buying new TVs.
Yeah. So Nerd Out for What? You the fucking problem. Right? You the reason why they only want to see each other twice a year. Because you want to fucking talk. No, shut the fuck, sit down, shut the fuck up. And they might want to see you more than twice a year.
The only thing I agree with that statement is the elderly people. I'll be in the room chopping it with the elderly people as much as possible because, but the kids and everybody else, your peers, man, they can go take a hike. Shit. I'll talk to your ass all year. I ain't gonna talk to you now. Leave me alone.
I mean, with all the communications equipment that we got now,
we ain't talked up to the 24th.
All that other stuff. We don't freaking need to be. I don't need to be face to face talking with you.
Yeah,
no shit. Freaking. Hey, let the kid. Why the kids always on the Instagram and the TikTok instead of fucking talking to me? Because you ain't got shit to say.
You're not interested.
You are boring as fuck.
It's okay.
Get used to it. Motherfuckers in this chat right now. You guys are 30, 40, 50, maybe even 60 years old. You are boring as fuck. Get used to it. Nobody wants to fucking talk to you. Just sit down, eat a fucking recline chair on the fucking sofa, eat the fucking food, and then shut.
Have a couple of beers.
Try and make it as pleasant for everybody. Yeah, try and make it as pleasant for everybody as possible. So they might want to talk to you later on or be in your presence later on. That's all I got to say.
And if you're bringing little babies to the house, make sure they take their nap before they come over for dinner, please.
Put them in the back room. Let them go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, look, the older folks, they might want to. They're definitely going to freaking talk, right? And Hey, if you're 40, 50, it's your job to freaking take care of them. Just give them an ear to listen to, because that might be the last time you see some of those motherfuckers. Sure
Yeah.
enough. Hey, there's been plenty of time when I've got together with my family during
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and that was the last time I saw some of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So
Now, there's some people, like I said, I'll take time out, but some of the other people, man, get out of here, man. Time.
I usually play with the kids because I don't get to see the nieces and nephews that much anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Joe 47, some of the old people, they just telling the same damn story.
And after the third one, that's when you say, all right, gotta go. Keep answering the same question.
But it's all about, freaking surviving, right? Surviving that family time. But look, listen to the old folk, right? And just figure out what about them telling them freaking stories pisses you off, because sooner or later that's going to be you.
Yeah.
Actually, there'll come a time when you miss them when you're not going to be around to tell those stories anymore, and you'll find out how much you missed them.
Yeah.
Just no one.
So whatever you end up doing during this time, just enjoy it. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be blessed with your family, regardless, because you never know.
Whether you're watching football, or hanging out with family, or doing both, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
So during this time, try and enjoy your family. Don't try and piss nobody off. Don't let anybody piss you off and get you put in jail because freaking judge don't come in until Monday morning. Don't try.
Video of two girls fighting over the last Barbie doll on Black Friday. I would appreciate that.
Oh man.
Ain't nobody buying toys on Black Friday.
Black Friday too.
Ain't
nobody doing Black Friday. Black Friday's been going on for the whole month. So
don't try none of that new icky sticky ooh wee Thanksgiving specials, because that's some bullshit. Just a new seed. Don't try that shit. Don't fall for that. Oh, this is the new Thanksgiving ooh icky sticky ooh wee, man. But you gotta try. No, man. It smells and tastes just like turkey, man. Fuck, miss me with that bullshit. No. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
You guys all have a blessed night in the Amazing Way Club, you guys.
All right.
Peace out, man.
For each man in his time, his pain, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along the pond within his reach. I needed a one.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.